Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for February the 9th, 2024. And Ed is with us this morning. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning.
So everyone's here this morning. We've got a Mr. Dave and a Sav and 47 Alpha Tango, and Chris is here. So it's all the cool kids are here today. Yeah, the white Alpha Tango's up at 3 in the morning. I don't know. Maybe it's the psychic power is just researching hotels for the Las Vegas stay.
Morning.
Good morning. What are you doing up at 3 in the morning?
Well, it's kind of complicated.
Isn't it always at 3 in the morning?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'd like to think it's complicated. It's actually not very complicated.
Oh.
I was up until 3 in the morning for an on-call escalation on Tuesday night into Wednesday morning.
Okay.
That's kind of thrown my sleep schedule off since.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. We have a project going on in the Ukraine, which necessitates some of the engineers, because we're doing it all remotely. There's no way they're sending anyone over there. So it means a specific engineer has to be up at 6 a.m. their time. And now it's escalated to two of the engineers have to be up at 6 a.m. their time to do walkthroughs and all that stuff. So what's that time shift? That time shift's like 9 hours off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's your time, Chris? So, yeah, by the time I get in, both of them are about ready to leave for the day. Or they've been working from home, and so it's very weird being down two people, and when they come in at 2 o'clock maybe to drop off some paperwork, 2 o'clock their time now, which should be like 8 a.m. my time, they're like, okay, we're off for the day. What? No, we've been doing this project. Normally we send people to do these setups, but there's obvious reasons we're not doing that right now.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah. So, no, I was just looking at hotels for Vegas this year, and my psychic powers clearly reached out to you.
Yeah, I thought my ears were burning just a little bit.
They were. So, I don't know if you're up to speed. Not only are we doing the Star Trek Las Vegas convention, which I guess isn't Star Trek Las Vegas officially, but DT's getting married.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, he and his girlfriend are getting married in Vegas the day before the convention.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I don't know if you met her at the show last year since we kind of were only there for one day, but yes. So, gonna do that first, and then I'm gonna spend a couple of days at the convention. I had considered renting a car and driving up to visit Mr. Borg King.
Mm-hmm.
Because last time I was at the convention, there wasn't 4 days worth of stuff to do. Is she whipping him into shape? Well, Sav, he's got her playing Star Trek Online.
Sounds like she's marriage material to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I meet her at a Star Trek convention. It's like, okay, yeah, she qualifies, but she's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know too many people who play Star Trek, find a girlfriend, and quit the game. Where's your scanning? Where's your criteria? Does she play the game? No. Okay, well, does she play any games? No. But why? Well, because she's wonderful and smart and attractive and has good income and yada. Yeah, but she doesn't play games. It's like if somebody doesn't like dogs. No.
Mm-hmm.
Just takes them off the list. So how are you feeling this morning, Id?
Complicated.
Okay. Would anybody like to beat up on some, I don't know, Borg or Terran or Iconians or anything? I'm going to put you down there, Lola. Loki doesn't want to sit on the floor today. She wants to be in my lap because, yeah, that's really convenient for playing. Oh, the enthusiasm is absolutely palpable.
Checking my endeavors. I'm stuck behind a loading screen.
Oh.
Tholian ships Polaron damage space. Defeat Terran's ground.
I have defeat Terran's ground. Chris has defeat Terran's ground.
I think we're gonna go bash on some Terrans on the ground.
I do think so. It sounds to me like we really ought to do an Operation Wolf. Chris does not like ground, but Chris, Operation Wolf is fun.
I am going to switch characters really quick, and I would be happy.
Absolutely.
Destroy 3 dreadnoughts and 20,000 Tetrion damage on ground.
Well, grab yourself some Tetrion stuff and, Chris does like Operation Wolf. Oh, this is perfect. We have a great day going here. I also have AP damage in space, but that's not bad. So as you can hear from my voice, I'm still dealing with this stupid cold, but hopefully I'll be better tonight. Yeah. I say that and promptly start coughing.
I need to relaunch my game. I have lost all sound. Star Trek Online.
It happens. So I'm sure all of you heard about the changes to the meta event, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
It feels like a last-ditch effort.
It might be, but it's a year-long last-ditch effort. Okay, Mr. Dave, at the end of the meta event, so, somewhere between September and December for most people, you will not get your choice of the 1500 Lobby, the T6 ship, or the coupons. You get all 3. Well, I'm working at it, Ed, to raise the money to buy out the company. So they bought me a year here to get that done.
Did you hear that Decca hired a new, I forget her exact title, but she's going to be kind of like a lead narrative story person for Star Trek Online with occasional work on Neverwinter?
I did not hear that. I know that they were looking for a community manager, and they did not hire me for it, so that's all I've heard so far. Good morning, Chosen. Mm-hmm. Narrative designer. Dagnabbit, if I had known they were looking for a narrative designer, I would have applied for that one too. Well, Mr. Dave, now that it's shifted from Cryptic to Decca, Decca is a company that basically does maintenance and keeps older games alive versus Cryptic that was trying to continue to grow the game. So, trying to get more people into it sounds like, by increasing the rewards and stuff, yeah, they definitely want to keep the game survivable. But the way they're doing it is throwing... Yes, that's what we're talking about right now, Chosen.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree with Sov. I think Decca's going to try and breathe some new life into it.
I hope so. They definitely have got positions out there. If you go to Decca Games' website, they have all the positions open. And I did apply for the community manager, and after last week found out I didn't get the position, so I'm really bummed about that.
Yeah, Jesse Heisnick put it up. They have a new narrative designer, is the term.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Nice. But Decca is hiring for jobs related to Star Trek Online. Some are specific to it, some are more generalized. But do go to the website if you've got the skills.
Flo McQuibben?
Don't know.
UIBBAN.
Okay.
Mid-level narrative designer, game writer for Star Trek Infinite.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sav says, see, my thinking is Decca wants to get in on the MMO genre and took in Cryptic for that reason. I don't know if they took it in or were handed it. I think Embracer kind of went, this is yours now.
Well, I think Embracer was trying to recover from the fallout
Yeah.
of everything else that had gone so horribly wrong in 2023, and it was essentially sell off Cryptic or have worse financials than they probably could otherwise. So it was probably a no-brainer for them. I think personally, Embracer brought on Cryptic for the same reason, to try and get into a bit more of the MMO genre. Of course, they had Gearbox, which made Borderlands, but Stowe's, that's more of like a looter shooter, where Stowe's more of a true MMORPG.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you. I think Embracer just royally screwed up, assuming that the whole big sale to Saudi Arabia was going to go through without a hitch. And given the economic turmoil and what's always up with games, it's always challenging. They miscalculated badly.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, they were also apparently the whole thing was hinging on word of mouth and a handshake or something like that. That's
pretty
the
much.
rumor I heard.
Mm-hmm. But with everything that's going on, selling to any investment group out of Saudi Arabia is probably not really great at the moment. I mean, the economics are great, but not consistent. Chris says, that was a bold assumption. I saw a red light tune when they said something about dealing with Saudi Arabia. Yeah. I mean, we do work over there a lot, and it can be really, really good. But at the same time, a lot of the underlying structure with the Saudi investment companies, and I'm not saying this specifically for whatever gaming group that wanted to buy that, is that if you want to do, let's say, oil drilling, you must hire their uncle's, cousin's, brother's oil company to provide the rigging. And you must buy Aunt Susan's administrative group. And you must do this and you must do that. And when you get down to it, it is not always the best investment, because these people are related to other people but not necessarily skilled in the field. Well, Sav says, willing to bet the Saudis did it on purpose. I don't know. I mean, why? I mean, okay, maybe it was a personal thing. They wanted to screw up somebody at Embracer. But I don't know why else they can. Chosen says, at least you can now get 3 to 4 starships from the event campaign. True enough.
Mm-hmm.
I can get tons and tons of ships from the campaign because I never get around to actually doing anything with them. But that's my fault. Is everybody ready for an invitation?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Oops, I went to the wrong person. There we go. Yeah, but we're having mindless chit-chat here, Chris. I have room for a fifth person if anybody wants to join. To further destabilize the industry, reducing their worth and buy it up cheaper eventually, that's the long game, Sav. Oh, collagen supplementation for fluffies. That's a good idea. Well, it looks like it's just us. So let me cue this up here. Oh, we only have one level. Okay. Weeboo?
Weewoo.
Mr. Dave, Stowe is not currently being sunsetted. It's more at maintenance level, which means we'll continue to get some content. There will still be active work on the game, but I don't think it's got the budget to bring in big names right now. But you never know. It looks like Legacy isn't going to happen, or at least it's not going to happen soon. And it looks like Paramount's kind of put the brakes on any further Star Trek for a while. So maybe this will be it for our Star Trek. If you want to have your Star Trek fun, you have to come to the games. I think they're taking a good lesson from the devastation of Star Wars and Disney being not the best plan out there.
Everyone's here? Good. Let's get a team once you have...
So, which poor soul has joined us not knowing what he's gotten into? It's DL at Kusoni. Hey, besides Mr. Dave, if we want to keep Star Trek alive online, it's on us. Is that working for you, Ed?
Yep.
Okay. I don't have it on this tune.
Operations is locked down. Use the exocomps to get the doors open. Get to the consoles down in the security hub. Deploy exocomps to the consoles. Once all three are set, they'll start cracking the security system.
Got my 10, I'm done.
Oh boy, this is going to be great.
Oh yeah, this is going to be great. Yay. Alright. Now to have my fun.
I'll cut through the security like a hot knife through soft butter.
All right, the exocomps have started their hack. Keep them in one piece.
Attention, terrorists. Your efforts here are doomed to fail.
Mr. Dave, I am at work today, so how about we chat a little bit later this afternoon?
Heads up. They're using
I have
light
meetings all day.
radiation
Ugh.
to improve this.
Curious how that works when the door's shut.
System hack is 25%.
Perfect. I will call you then.
Perhaps my orders weren't clear. Stop the terrorists now!
I know Sav hates the crystals, but they are fun.
System hack is 50%. Keep those exocomps working.
I've got this nice little pile of bodies outside of the the lifts.
Bring me their heads. You'll all spend your final moments in an agonizer booth.
Aha! Chris says, okay, had 60 shot, maybe 10 already have done it. We're definitely sharing progress. So that is interesting, because when we were not in a TFO, we weren't sharing progress even if we teamed up.
Almost there.
I wonder if they changed something on the back end for that.
I know they changed it in the space ones. You now share kills on TFOs.
That is very nice.
Yes, it is.
Kills these terrorists. Get their own ship to command.
Wish it was on the non-TFOs too, because I'd really like to share progress on the 60 Tholians or the 60 arthropods or the 120 arthropods.
Oh, yes.
That would be so nice.
That's it. Security system bypass complete.
Security team, report to operation. Not let anyone inside.
Are you criticizing my ground build, Sav?
That door control should allow you to open the blast runs delete all the files.
Legion, I don't have time to waste on your lackeys. Face me yourself, coward!
Oh boy, here we go again.
Computer, initiate transport.
Keep those spirits off my back while I work my magic. Okay, Jones, let's do this.
Okay, here we go. Keep those exocomps intact so we can get what we came here for.
All I care about is that I'm having fun, so there,
You
yeah.
won't get rid of me that easy. All technicians, report to ops. Delete the database before they steal it from us.
Ouch, feeling a lot less optimal over here.
You really must think highly of yourself if you thought you had it.
Don't mind me, I'm just window washing.
Data acquisition at 25%. Keep it up. Your exocomp and console
It's
data
It
is
likes to
offline.
play.
Fix it now.
Rise! Transport
Oops.
room, now!
Idmar Hawkman loved to break all the maps. Doesn't need no stinking EVA suits.
Know when to quit, do you?
I'm Borg. I have an internal breathing
Not
apparatus.
today, cretins.
He puts the extra in extracurricular activity.
The exocomp at console beta is damaged. Get it back online. Data acquisition at 50%. Watch out for trouble.
Surprise!
Bye, good to go. Back to work.
Computer, initiate transport. You are swiftly becoming annoying. Transporter room, now!
Data acquisition at 75%. You're almost there.
I do wish they'd ramp this up so we get an advanced and a elite. Such a good one.
Swiftly becoming
This would be
annoying.
interesting on Elite.
Oh yeah.
Ouch, feeling a lot less optimal over here.
You really must think highly of yourself if you thought you had it.
It'll happen. They're gonna be full of holes.
Yeah, I don't know why this one doesn't have an
Data
advanced.
acquisition complete. Well done. Now get the hell out of there.
Shoot to kill, you idiots! Damn it! Win the Tigress! Get me out of here!
Chris and I are both furiously hitting the pads over there. Oh, that didn't last very long, did it?
Keep up the pressure. You put a few dents in it, but it's still in the fight.
Divert power to weapon systems and fire at will.
Woo! You're doing this! You're actually doing this! Amazing!
Give me maximum firepower.
Ooh, that runabout's in bad shape now. Keep fighting!
Inconceivable! I have never faced defeat. This is only a temporary setback.
Yeah.
Well done!
Well, that dialogue was a little slow today. It's only a temporary setback. And it blew up moments before that.
I feel so ignored.
Oh, well, that was fun. Anybody want to do some spacey stuff? Does anybody have spacey stuff to do?
I need 3 dreadnought.
Anybody
Sounds
else? Sounds like a little Hive Onslaught to me. Anybody else want to join up for a little Hive Onslaught? I'm not sure if I've got the right ship here. I got the right ship. Chris, you're already part of the team. We haven't broken the team yet. Wee woo?
Wee woo.
Sav says, I have easy stuff. Kinetic and AP space damage and earn GPL. Yeah, some days we get the easy ones. I had something stupid like Tholians on ground, Tholians on Nukara, and ground damage.
The one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
One-stop shop.
Exactly. Perfect days. I will tank here.
Only fools dream of victory where none can be had.
Well, so much for the 150 damage.
Definitely all 3 of mine.
I've been playing quite a bit of Guillotine versus 359 lately. Just because I like killing assimilators.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
Probably should put that on Elite.
Am eternal. This is not the end.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
She didn't even melt. It was more like vapor. Just straight change of state.
I'll stop the world and melt this cube.
She's sublimated.
Exactly. Well, what's next? I have 3 Iconian TFOs, which is a bit of a... who cares? I can either take care of that later or not deal with it at all. Unless somebody needs Gateway.
I wouldn't mind doing a Gateway, but I don't particularly need to do it.
And Sava's done with her stuff. Oh, are you guys up for Gateway? Chris? Id?
Sure.
Chris, you good for a Gateway? Or yeah. Grethor and Sphere. Ooh. Well, let's start with Grethor. When are we at?
My body hates me today.
I'm getting better from the stupid cold. Wee woo?
Wee woo.
Wee woo.
I prefer to go into work and contaminate everybody, though.
Right.
We were supposed to have a face-to-face meeting to discuss some stuff yesterday, and everyone's like, how about we just, shout at each other from opposite rooms? Or we'll do a Zoom call while we're in the same office. And what poor fool is with us this time? We have Paju from Ramalama Fizfaj. Who's going left, who's going right?
I'm going right.
Chris is going left. Alpha?
I'll go right with it.
Okay, I'll go left with Chris then. And Sava's going to give me driving lessons so I can figure out how to control my ship better. That said, I had several sips of whiskey the other night, Sav. Not that that's an excuse, never fly a starship when you're toasted, but... I had an evening of really stunningly bad driving.
Herald reinforcements are inbound.
I'll take planet side.
Okie dokie.
Come on, die ship. There we go. Chris, you going planet side or starbase?
The troop transport.
Looks like planet side, so I'll stay over here. Okie doke.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet. Those gateways are emitting intense levels of beta radiation. Close them.
Well, that's interesting.
Toward the planet.
Oops, wrong one. No, I want this one.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet. The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet. The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet. The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet. The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Is that what you're flying, Chris? Chris says I love the Razor.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Still want to get a Shrike.
The troop transports from the starbase.
Shrike's an interesting ship.
I just love its look. It's interesting. There we go. Well, I saw they're going for about 1.3 on the exchange, and I got a Duderstadt. So if somebody's got a Shrike and wants to trade for a Duderstadt, I'd be happy to do that. But I haven't found anybody who's got a Shrike at the moment who wants to trade. Sav says World Razor is hands down the best version of the Galaxian game. And Sav said it, so it must be true.
Transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
I will, Chris. I just gotta be around for more than 5 minutes. It's been a busy few weeks. It's always busy. What am I saying?
I'm gonna have to pull the World Razor back out and play around with it again. It's just... there was something about it that just didn't seem like it was my cup of tea. I don't quite remember what.
Alright, so much for the Dreadnought.
Pretty sure that's just debris.
It is now.
So it may be De Parma.
That debris definitely got screened, that's for sure.
It's Augie's favorite chip, and Sav says, what about cheese?
We will fight for
Are you suggesting this is a cheesy group? They forgot to assemble the ship!
I feel so ignored.
Well, that's one of my 3. I've got time to do Herald Sphere if you guys are interested.
Sounds good to me.
I'm going to have to pull back.
Okay.
Or
Go ahead. Jump out.
Yep.
Well, we are queued for Herald Sphere. But, oh, it's not going to let us go. Yay! Except it won't. There we go. So the private team is broken. We should still be able to do this. Let's see. There we go. We are re-queued, Chris. Had to wait for Id. Id, you still with us, though?
In chat, yes, but
Okay.
not in game.
No worries. I had accepted too, and then it kicked me, Chris, so let's see what happens.
I appear to be beaming out.
Oh, I'm not. So have fun, guys. I am still queued for a different version of it, but I'm going to unqueue from that one if you guys aren't there. Well, while you're off playing Herald, did you get beamed in for it?
Yeah, it looks like Chris and I are both in Herald Sphere.
Oh, it's okay. You guys have fun. No.
Okay, Mom, I'll keep you company.
I'm going to go run off and do a guillotine here. Since I did not get up at 2 in the morning to do my dailies. Excuse me, it wasn't 2 in the morning, it was 12:30. And my phone went off and the dogs are like, yeah, right, you were too sick to get out of bed to do the show last night. How are you going to get up at 12:30? And I listened to them. I believed my dogs.
Dogs are very wise.
Dogs are wise. And they were both, the big ones on one side of me, the little ones on the other side, and I couldn't even turn over. They're like, no, you will stay in the bed tonight. So my big guy has been very aggressive lately. Well, not lately. She's aggressive. She's not mean aggressive, but she's very protective and doesn't like people getting close to me. So I found basically the equivalent of doggy edibles at the dog store. I thought, okay, well, we'll try this. And they said, always start with half the dosage. Because, some dogs get a little too mellow.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried that. Nope, no effect whatsoever. Other than being very tired now.
What's the active ingredient?
It is hemp seed, chia seed, and I can't remember what the third one was. There's nothing that looked particularly heavy dosage.
No, but do you know if it's CBD, if it's Delta 8, Delta
No,
9?
it's none of the above. It's just the... It is no active ingredients of fun. I can get you the list of what's in it. It's from a company that sells other products that we've used, like salmon oil and... Salmon oil always sounds like a disease, but... and joint supplements, things like that, so it's not a fly-by-night company. Chia seed like in Chia Pet? Yeah, chia seed like in Chia Pet. I'm at that point of I will try anything just to get through the next 3 weeks.
I feel the same.
So Alpha, to bring you up to speed, very short version is I bought a house and I move in 3 weeks, and to say that the dogs are stressed out of... I finally got every box unboxed and now I'm reboxing it all. The dogs are not happy. They don't... Go ahead.
I could imagine so.
Yeah. They don't know that when we get to the house, they will have a fenced-in backyard where they don't have to go on a leash to go out and play every day. But, you know, that's a very hard concept for doggies to understand. I have 2, 1's going, 3's gone, 4's gone.
Stitching anchor deployed. Projecting shield now.
Then again, I'm not working with you guys, so it's not quite as easy as just saying, oh, I'm doing this, let's go do that.
Stitching anchor deployed. Projecting shield now. Stitching anchor deployed. Projecting shield now. Stitching anchor 1 shield is fully energized. A fourth assimilator is attempting to escape. Stop him if you can. Stitching anchor 2 is shield. Shield fully deployed. Stitching anchor 3. Stitching anchor deployed. Projecting shield now. Stitching anchor 4 is now fully shielded. A Morgan simulator has been destroyed while attempting to flee.
eerily quiet in here.
Yes, it is. Well, we got all the stitching anchors done, so having embroidered this one, we shall now go after some cubes. Normally I'd be just saying, okay, I'm going here, doing that, but you guys aren't here, so it doesn't matter what I say. How did we ever do this without voice chat? It's not a bad team, but coordination is always so much better.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully somebody will go after that assimilator, because I'm not getting there in time. That was weird. My chat just went into lag. But the game didn't, just the chat. Did we get all of them? Alright, those guys are all done. Let's get these guys. Time for the cubes. I can seal the vortex now, but the cubes in the ship and everything are already splody.
Our efforts were most satisfactory on this day. The enemy incursion has been thwarted. Your contributions were a critical part of our success. Well done. Through harmony.
You know, they ought to change it if you have like the 3 Lucari TFOs, that if you do the event TFO, you should get credit not just for the Lucari marks, but for Lucari TFO. So how goes the Herald Sphere?
It's going pretty well. We're about to go take out the Herald flagship.
Excellent. Alright, so since people were asking and I'm trying to remember things. Ingredients for the calming bites are organic hemp powder, thiamine, organic chamomile, valerian root, organic passion flower, suntheanine, ginger root, L-tryptophan, that would help, magnesium citrate, hemp extract, coconut glycerin, flaxseed meal, garbanzo flour, mixed tocopherols, natural bacon flavoring, turkey flavoring, palm fruit oil, pea flour, rosemary extract, sorbic acid, sunflower lecithin, sweet potato, and turkey. So no, this one is not the one with the chia seeds. That's the other one.
And we are done. And
Excellent. Excellent, Smithers. Well, apparently, Chris, hemp doesn't seem like it could work on its own, possibly, and that might explain why it's not particularly effective, though admittedly a half dose on a very large dog might not be the most effective way anyway. All right, I'm going to head out to the office and have an exciting day at the office. Yay! I can tell you're all as thrilled as I am about going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Providing that I don't get sick again throughout the day, I will be back on tonight if anybody wants to join me for an evening of beating the daylights out of aliens. Chris says, have a Moopsy day in the office. And yes, Sav, boo work. Hey, I'm working hard, Sav, to figure out how to retire. If I had gotten the job with DECA, I would have made that my life's work for the remainder of my life. But no, though they were very nice and said, well, apply for other positions. Had I but known, I would have. Anyway, always going to try to make my influence on Star Trek Online and keep the game running as long as we possibly can. And if that means I have to raise $250 million to buy it, so be it. All right, everybody, have a totally moopsome day, and we will talk to you later. And on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, stay moopsome.